Nissan just left the house to go cancel our trip. I'm currently rummaging through the bag of stuff I bought in frantic confusion.
冷やペトない。あれ、袋の中に入れたつもりだったのに。
I did buy them, didn't I?
あ、そうだ。最初のお店で見つけたけど、お薬がなかったから。
Dad and I were going to buy them along with the medicine at the next store, but it seems we completely forgot. What do I do now? I could always ask Nissan to get some while he's out. But I don't know what kind of procedure is required to cancel the trip. Maybe it's something that'll take an hour or more. Still not sure what to do, I head to Nanaru's room. I sheepishly open the door, being as silent as possible. Then I tiptoe over to her bed, taking care not to do anything that might wake her. The medicine must have put her out. I put a hand on her forehead, but she doesn't even wake from that.
すごい熱。
The ice pack on her forehead already feels warm. It definitely needs to be swapped out for a new one.
あ、起こしちゃった？ナナル？お兄ちゃん、ダメ。ダメ。
She calls out for Nissan as she moans and groans in her sleep.
ヘビは火を通せば食べれるけど、土の子は食えねえよ。何の夢見てるの？先はレスプーンじゃライフルには勝ててもトンプソンには勝てないよ。勝てないよ！先はレスプーンじゃライフルにも勝てないよ！寝ちゃった！
Nanaru falls back into a sound sleep after her nonsensical sleep talking. That was sleep talking, right? She's dreaming about Nissan.
わかるよ、その気持ち。
I dreamed about him a lot too during our time apart.
ちょっと待っててね。
I don't have time to wait for Nissan. I need to go buy some ice packs myself. I get ready to leave the room and go grab my purse in the living room, but before I can, I hear Nanaru say something. I turn around to see a stream of tears trickling from the corners of her eyes. She's still dreaming, so this must be her sleep talking. I think I remember Nissan telling me once that you shouldn't reply to people who are sleep talking. But I can't help it.
大丈夫だよ、ナナル。
I had to say something to her. I wanted to do anything I could to just ease her apparent suffering. I quietly leave Nanaru's room, then quickly get my things ready and make for the door. I need to make it back from the drugstore before Nanaru wakes up. I wake up in pain.
暑い。
My head hurts, my body feels sluggish. I have to gasp for breath. But I do feel a little better than I did this morning. Maybe it was the cold.
よいしょっと。
I get out of bed and walk out to the hallway.
お兄ちゃん、すず。父さん、お母さん。
I search around the house, but find no one anywhere. Where is everyone? Did they go out somewhere?
せっかくの夏休みだしね。
Mom and Dad don't get much time off work. Maybe they all went out shopping together.
悪いことしちゃったな。
They were looking forward to the trip so much, but I just had to go get sick and ruin everything. I was really trying to stay healthy, but it snuck up on me anyway.
初めての家族旅行だって言ってたのに。
I remember seeing Oni-chan and her standing behind Mom when she checked on me this morning. But I can't really remember the looks on their faces. Were they worried, angry, sad? What do? I don't know what to even say to them when they get back. Will a sorry be enough for them? Well, not that it matters. Even if they don't show it, I know they'll still be disappointed on the inside.
どうしよう。
I'm still in a heckload of pain, but I'm feeling too distressed to just go back and sleep.
ちょっとだけ外出てみようかな。
If they went shopping, then they probably went to the mall in the suburbs. Which means they won't be back until evening, most likely. Just the thought of having to face them when they get back fills me with dread. I don't want to be here for that. And if they are not gonna be back for ages anyway, what's it gonna hurt to go out for a bit?
すっかり遅くなっちゃったね。もうお昼か。そろそろナナル起きてるかな。
I planned to run home, but the heavy shopping bags dangling from each arm delayed me longer than I wanted to. Said bags are filled not only with ice packs, but also groceries for lunch. When I went shopping with Dad, we only bought the bare minimum, so I made sure to stock up this time, just in case.
ただいま
I called out upon stepping foot inside, but the house is dead silent.
ー。兄さんまだ戻ってきてないのかな。
Maybe the stuff with the travel agents is taking longer than expected. Oh, but he could be on his way home now.
兄さんと私のご飯は適当に用意するとして、ナナルのご飯おかゆでいいかな。
She did say she didn't have much of an appetite. Maybe a pudding or something would work better.
ちょっとナナルの様子見てこようかな。
I head up the stairs and towards her room.
ナナル起きてる？
I slowly open the door and peek in. I stare at the room, slack-jawed. All that's on the bed are her rustled sheets and the pajamas she was wearing. Nothing else. Nanaru isn't there, or anywhere. Agency clerk. Well, I do hope your younger sister gets better soon. Hopefully we'll be seeing you then. Thank you. I bow to the person and leave the store, thus concluding my first trip to a travel agency. Oof! The second I step out of the air-conditioned shop, the heat bouncing off the concrete pavement simmers my entire body. I wipe off the sweat already forming off my brow. Well, at least it didn't take too long. Even though it was a pretty last-minute cancellation, the travel agent was super nice about everything. We had to pay the cancellation fee due to the timing, but it is what it is. Right, gotta text Mom. Cancelled it and sent. Man, I sure don't envy adults suddenly being called into work on a day off. What's up with that? Makes me wish I could just live as a school kid for the rest of my life. Oops, I should be hurrying home. I know Suzu's there, but I don't feel right leaving Nanaru there while she's in bed sick. Gotta hurry home so I can see how she's doing. All of a sudden, I hear my phone ring, and the caller is Suzu. Hey, I just finished cancelling the trip and I'm...
兄さん大変！ナナルがいなくなっちゃった。
Say what? She's gone missing?
ごめんなさい。兄さんが出ていた後にヒヤベトがなくなってることに気づいて、ちょっとだけと思ってドラッグストアに行って帰ってきたら、どこにもナナルがいないの。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
I can tell over the phone that she's on the verge of crying. Abduction, robbery gone wrong. My mind instantly goes to worst case scenarios, but I move them aside just as quickly. Wait there, I'll be back ASAP. I quickly hang up the call and start sprinting home. I see a silhouette sitting in front of our door under the baking summer sun. Suzu! I yell her name as I run over, and she raises her teary face.
Nanaru, どこにもいないの。
Have you tried calling her?
机の上に置きっぱなしで。それと、ナナルの靴がなくなってて。
Don't tell me she ran away.
そんなわけない。
Right. Not with a cold.
もし家出なら、ナナルがセリラグッズを置いていくわけがないもん。
You're right. Nerds can't live without their waifu. Wait, now's not the time for this.
そうだね。どうしよう。
The panic of our sister having gone missing with a cold causes both of us to lose our cool. We gotta think of places she might have gone. Also, what about mom and dad?
電話したけど繋がらなくて。
Well, they both said it was urgent stuff they were being called in for. It might be bad enough that they turned their phones off.
私がちゃんと家にいれば。
It's okay. She's not a kid anymore. I act like I'm calm and collected, but in reality, I can feel the anxiety taking root inside me. She's sick and has a huge fever. What the hell is she thinking leaving the house? Let's split up and search. You go that way, I'll go this way. She wipes away her tears, gives me a vigorous nod, then starts running off in the opposite direction. She's sick, so she can't have gone that far. Nanaru, where are you? Nanaru! Fuck! Where have you gone, Nanaru? I clutch my shaking knees, not caring about the fact that I am in public as I gasp for breath. The sweat is streaming down me like a waterfall. I feel sick to my stomach from all the stress and anxiety. I run and run and run and run. Before I realize it, I'm back at the shopping district. She still has a goddamn fever, so how? It might have gone down a bit due to the medicine, but there's still no way she's gotten far. Besides, where the hell would she even want to go when she's sick and tired? If she went to the hospital, she would have taken her phone with her for sure. Where did you go, Nanaru? It doesn't matter where, I need to hurry up and bring her home before her fever gets any worse. Man, why in fuck would she choose to run away from home now? But did she really run away? Her cellular stuff aside, surely she would have taken her phone with her, at least. From what Suzu told me though, it seems she took off with nothing but the clothes on her back. And with how sick she is. Wait, don't tell me. The thought that comes to mind is one I'd usually brush off as ridiculous, most especially because of Nanaru's personality. But with the cold wearing her down, I force my very legs into running once again. Nanaru! There she is. Not too far from the beach, cabana we worked at. She's sitting down in front of some rocks, wrapping her arms around her knees. Nanaru. She visibly flinches as I call out to her. But that's all she does. Her eyes don't move from her knees. I had a feeling you'd be here. She timidly raises her head. Her cheeks are red and her eyes are unfocused. She's clearly not over her cold. How are you feeling? You're still sick, so we gotta get you back home. Suzu's very sick. Her head slowly tilts up as she stares at me, wide-eyed and in shock. A soft muttering of an apology comes out of her mouth. And not even a second after, the tears start to stream from her eyes.
ごめんね。ごめんね。みんな、旅行、楽しみにしてたのに。私が風邪なんてひいて、迷惑かけて。
Nanaru, you're only human. Everyone gets sick sometimes. You can't control that.
でも、すずもお兄ちゃんも旅行楽しみにしてたのに。初めての家族旅行だったのに。私が全部壊した。なのにみんな優しくて申し訳なくて苦しくて。
So that's why you left?
目が覚めたら家誰もいなかったから謝ることは考えようと思って。
The medicines definitely helped a bit, but she's still weak from the fever. And I imagine it's taking a toll on her mental stability too. I need to get her back home and in her bed.
ごめんなさい。迷惑かけて。すずに、お兄ちゃんに嫌われるの怖くて逃げちゃった。
Look, neither of us would ever be upset at you over something like this. You have no idea how worried we were when you just up and vanished from the house. She sniffles while almost deliriously apologizing over and over. If she cries too excessively, she'll just exhaust more stamina and worsen her condition. With that in mind, I attempt to soothe her by gently patting her on the shoulder. Why'd you decide to leave home anyway? Did you really think we were upset? She wordlessly shakes her head. Then why?
これ以上お兄ちゃんに嫌われたくなかったの。
Hmm? Those words catch me by surprise. She looks up at me teary-eyed as I stand there unable to say anything.
お兄ちゃんに私のこと好きでいてほしかったから。お兄ちゃんが私のせいでがっかりする顔見たくなかったから。
Huh? Tears continue to stream down her cheeks as she finally raises her head. Her countenance grows more stern as she continues to stare into my eyes.
私お兄ちゃんのこと好き。
I feel my chest tighten up.
初めて会った日、迷子になった私を見つけてくれた。あの時からお兄ちゃんのこと大好きなの。だからお兄ちゃんが私を嫌いになったらと思ったら怖くなったの。
I can feel how hot her body is. Maybe it's due to the fever, or maybe because she's been sitting in the sun for so long. Actually, it's probably more than just that. It might also be because this is the first time she's ever confessed to a boy. Her slender frame begins to shake, tears still coming, and she looks up at me. The girl I like just told me she shares my feelings. By all rights, I should be over the moon right now, but I can't. She's still sick with a fever right now. I almost fear that it might just be the fever making her delirious. Because of that, I'm struggling to decide what to reply with. If that's why she's saying this, my celebration will be short-lived. Not that I'd ever allow that to tear apart our relationship. I have responsibilities to uphold as her older brother. The tears all come rushing back at once. Whoa! She's crying, like full-on sobbing. Hold on, calm down. Slow down, slow down! You're slurring your words so damn much I can't understand what the hell you're saying.
だって
Nanaru.
ごめん。
After finally returning to her senses, she wipes her eyes and attempts to pull apart from me. But I tighten my grip to make sure she won't get away. I like you.
お兄ちゃん、苦しい。
I like you too, Nanaru, as my little sister, and as more than that. She at me through those tear-stained eyes as I hold her in my arms. I feel like there's a word missing. Her expression reads shock as she bites her lower lip.
なんでだよ。
What the fuck do you mean why? I'm sorry, what?
だって私だよ。子守へナナルだよ。
Of course you are. Komori Nanaru is the person I like.
返品不可だよ。
Wasn't planning to.
私妹なんだけど。
So what? Nothing wrong with a man being in love with his little sister. I mean, if it weren't for you being my little sis, forgetting about falling in love, I never would have known you. So if anything, I'm glad you're my sister.
私も嬉しかった。
But, I want you to be more than just my sister. My second ever confession. My voice is really trembling pathetically from all the nerves. But I nonetheless try my best to get all my feelings out. She nestles herself against my chest, staring up at me with a look of complete disbelief. She starts shouting as loud as she can through her tears. Nanaru. I wrap my arms around her back as she bawls and squeeze tight. The tears keep streaming down my sister Nanaru's face while I hold her in my embrace. And I won't let go. Not until she stops crying. Nii-san is gently comforting Nanaru as she cries. I'm in the vicinity, watching them from afar.
よかった。ナナルが無事で。
Those are my true honest thoughts, but saying them aloud causes a void to open in my heart. Nii-san managed to find Nanaru, and she's safe and sound. I should be overjoyed right now. I should be smiling.
帰ろうかな。
My voice is low and trembling, but I don't want to admit it. If I admit how shaken up I am, I'll be forced to acknowledge how awful and selfish I am.
帰ってナナルと兄さんのお昼ご飯準備しなきゃ。
I have to be a little sister my brother can be proud of, and yet I no longer know what's normal for me. How did I talk again? How did I walk?
私どんな風に笑ってたっけ？
I have to get back to my normal self and quickly. The Komori Suzu, they know.
二人ともお腹空かせてるだろうから。
Right, there's no point in me hanging around here any longer. I have to hurry up and get home. But I can't take my eyes away from Nii-san and Nanaru. They just seem so happy. I clamp my eyes shut to block out the sight of it. But doing that won't change reality. Nanaru and Nii-san have realized their feelings. Their love has come true. My love, however, has been shattered.
これでよかったんだよね。
I love Nii-san, but I also love Nanaru. As their sister, I should be happy for them.
おめでとうナナル兄さん
I'm the little sister. Nisan's little sister. Always and forever. So this is okay.
これでよかっただよね
I knew I had no chance with him from the beginning. So, it's okay. I'm fine with this outcome. Really. I drag my feet along the ground as I leave. I'll go home, get some food ready, and greet the two of them with a smile. I'll smile just as I always do.
帰ったらちゃんと笑うからだから今はちょっとだけなら泣いてもいいよね
By the time the words leave my mouth, teardrops are already splattering onto the asphalt below. Tiny dark marks form with each one. But before long, they evaporate away. On that note, I start making my way home. Tears fall behind me like mini footprints, but they last only milliseconds. They disappear, leaving no trace of my presence on the road. However, the sadness in my heart is something that won't evaporate as easily.